The Aurora police is saying that at least 50 people were hurt or killed in today's shooting, including those 12 that we have confirmed that are dead. Joining me now, former FBI profiler and NBC analyst Clint Van Zandt. Clint, let me start with something. ABC News apparently spoke with James Holmes' mother. Very short conversation this morning in San Diego, as Pete Williams reported. James Holmes, apparently his parents live in San Diego. And all she said was, "You have the right person. I need to call the police. I need to fly out to Colorado." Just hearing that from the mother of James Holmes, hearing what you're getting now, piecing together, that's a piece of the puzzle, I assume. What does that tell you?
Well, if we look at the tea leaves or read between the lines or whatever we want to call it, one might pull from that the mother may have known there were some issues or challenges with her son. Now, it could be something as simple as she knew he was going to this premiere movie event, or it could be something far deeper, far more sinister, that she knew there were some emotional challenges there. What we do know, Chuck, is that this was a pre-planned event. This guy had to buy a ticket, one would assume, in advance. He had to assemble the clothing, the uniform, the helmet, the gas mask. He had to get the gas grenade. He had to get the weapons. He had to put all of this together. So he didn't just fall off a turnip truck last night and say, "I think I'll do this." There was pre-planning. What I understand right now is this simply the terrible, terrible collision between some dark Trekkie-like person's fantasy world and reality, or is it, again, more sinister? Is there some political, religious, or other type of motivation other than just someone with some emotional challenges?
Are you surprised that so far it appears James Holmes acted alone?
No, this is so dramatic. This is so drastic. Chuck, you and I have covered stories like Virginia Tech. We've covered Fort Hood. We've looked at the shooting of Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. All of these were what the FBI director and others have said is their worst fear, the lone wolf person. Now, whether he or she is a international terrorist with a very rich fantasy world and they choose to act out, if someone chooses to commit an act, they do it by themselves. They get no involvement from anybody else. That is the worst possible person to stop, Chuck.
The other thing about James Holmes is no criminal record. That nothing in his past so far that's been dug up that suggests that he was on the road to something like this so far. Does that surprise you?
No, again, it doesn't necessarily. Again, if you look at the history of mass shootings in the United States, the vast majority of these individuals, for whatever their final motivation, did not have a significant history in the criminal justice system. What law enforcement needs to find out right now is, did he act alone? Did anybody else have knowledge of this or any indication he was going to do this? And was there or is there a part two to this, Chuck? We know he suggested he had explosives in his car and in his apartment. That's why the FBI and ATF are being so careful going through this. Could there be some explosive device planted somewhere else that's still waiting to go off? That's why I think law enforcement is moving so fast on this one.
Right. Clint Van Zandt, former FBI profiler, of course, the analyst we turn to on events like these. Clint, we'll be checking back in. Thank you, sir.